No matter how much progress China makes, no matter how many products it creates and sells across the world, there's still one thing China doesn't have, something only America possesses. And if we stop giving it to them, China could collapse. On April 2nd, 2025, President Donald Trump walked into the White House holding a massive tariff chart in his hand, a rate card showing how much tax would be applied to every country's goods. And the moment he read out those numbers, a war began. But this wasn't a war of guns. It was a war of money. A war where the weapons were power, and the battlefield was the global economy. Within hours, stock markets around the world started crashing. And that's how the trade war began, also known as the tariff war. This bold move by Donald Trump could bring the world's biggest trading nation, China, to its knees. Because if this trade war actually begins, it won't just be about taxes and goods. It'll be a battle of economies, a test of resilience. And the question the whole world is asking right now is, who will win, America or China? If you really want to understand what's going on here, we need to talk about tariffs first. Now, most people think tariffs are just some kind of tax placed on another country, but that's not entirely true. Here's how it works. Whenever a product is imported into the US, a tariff can be applied. So if a product is coming from China into America, it may face a tariff. And the list that Donald Trump brought to the White House? Guess who was right at the top? China, with a massive 34% tariff slapped on its exports. Now that's not abnormal, especially when you realize China had already placed a 67% tariff on US products before this even happened. But here's the real point. Tariffs aren't just about collecting money. They're used to protect your local industries, to make sure American companies can compete fairly. Imagine you run a small business in Texas making high-quality leather boots. You sell a pair for $100. Now, China also makes similar boots, but because of cheap labor and mass production, they can sell theirs in the US for just $60. That's a big problem for you. You can't lower your price without losing money. So the US government steps in and places a $30 tariff on every boot China exports to the US. Now their $60 boots cost $90. Suddenly, your $100 boots don't seem so expensive anymore, and American customers are more likely to support your business instead of buying cheaper foreign products. That's what tariffs do. They level the playing field. Now you probably understand why tariffs are so important. They're used to intentionally make foreign products more expensive, so that people in the US choose to buy locally made items instead of importing from other countries. Tariffs have been imposed on several countries, but the nation that's going to be hit the hardest by this move is China. It seems like Donald Trump's real target was China all along. Back in the early 2000s, most of the global import and export products came from the US. But fast forward to today, and that dominance has shifted. China is now leading the world in manufacturing and exports. In the last 25 years, China hasn't just taken over America's market. It has captured the global market. No matter what product you look at, there's a high chance it's made in China and then exported around the world. Why? Because products made in China are incredibly cheap. That's what gives China the upper hand in international trade. As a result, Chinese products are everywhere, and our local industries are slowly dying out. Take a look at this chart. In 2000, the US was importing around $80 billion worth of goods from China. In contrast, China was importing only $10 billion worth from the US. Now, 25 years later, the US is importing $440 billion worth of goods from China every year. But China still only imports around $145 billion from the US. That's a $295 billion gap, what we call a trade deficit. Even the iPhone we all use tells the same story. It's an American product, but it's manufactured in China because it's cheaper to make there. But when tariffs are imposed, these China-made iPhones will become more expensive. And that's exactly what Donald Trump wants. His goal is to make it cost-effective for companies to bring manufacturing back to the US. So American-made products, like the iPhone, become more competitive and sell better. China, of course, doesn't want that. Sure, America will benefit from these tariffs. Many companies might return to the US, bringing back jobs and manufacturing. But there's a catch. Since production costs in America are much higher, the prices of these products will also go up significantly. And that could hurt the same companies that left China in the first place. It honestly feels like Donald Trump is willing to go all in against China, even if it means taking a few hits himself. On the flip side, China isn't backing down either. That's why China has responded by slapping up to 125% tariffs on American goods. Neither side seems ready to step back, and this whole situation is slowly turning into a full-blown trade war. Because of these tariffs, something that used to cost $10 from China might now cost double. The same goes for the Chinese market. This back and forth is hurting both sides. Now here's the real question. Who's going to survive this? Both America and China are global powerhouses, but the one who stays standing till the end, that's the real winner. The US mostly imports electronics from China, so even if we stop importing those for a while, America won't suffer too much. The biggest challenge will be higher production costs, but that's manageable. But for China, things get tricky. China imports something from the US that's absolutely essential, something they can't easily replace. And yes, I'm talking about what I mentioned at the beginning of this video: food. China's population is over 315% larger than the US population. Naturally, feeding such a massive population is a challenge. While basic staples like wheat and rice are essential, China has a unique issue. Only 13% of China's land is suitable for agriculture, which is extremely low. They barely manage to grow enough basic food. But here's the twist: China consumes more pork than any other country in the world. In fact, they have over 427 million pigs, more pigs than people in some countries. And what do these pigs eat? Corn for sugar and soybeans for protein. Now, China can get corn from Ukraine, but soybeans? That's a different story. Soybeans are primarily grown only in two countries, the United States and Brazil. Every year, China imports nearly 50 million tons of soybeans from the US. They simply can't source that much from anywhere else. Why? Because soybean farming isn't that profitable. So, only countries with large agricultural land can afford to grow it at scale. The US meets its own food needs and exports the rest, mainly to China. Now, China saw this risk coming. They tried feeding pigs alternative diets using supplements, but that just raised their costs even more. And here's the big picture. China is a trade surplus country, but it still can't survive on its own. It has to sell its products to the world to keep its economy going. If exports stop, China faces an economic disaster. Meanwhile, the US has multiple sourcing options. It has become more of a consumer-driven economy now. That gives America more flexibility. China knows it cannot win this trade war against the US and Donald Trump. He's made it clear. While he's put tariffs on other countries on hold for 3 months, he's raised tariffs on China alone to a whopping 125%. That's solid proof. These tariffs were always aimed at China. What do you think about this whole situation? Let me know in the comments below. See you in the next video. Stay aware. Stay safe.